namin dito is wala po tayong mga materials or wala tayong mga weights. What you can do is only using by your chair. Yung chair lang po yan, ganyan, you sit lang po sa dulo po ng chair, then you do this as fast as you can. Then, ganyan lang po. Kasi karamihan po, actually marami po nagpapatulong po dyan sa sit-ups because paano po pag gumawa ang babae, hawak-hawak, ay kumusta na? Kasi yung ano natin dito, nagpa-club, dalawa nag-wave. So ganyan lang, tama nga naman. So, yan, biceps and triceps. The difference po niya. Yung kanina po, nakahawak po ako side on the chair, side of the chair. And then, kabila naman po. Do a full body. Paano po yung full body? Ang tinatawag that's a full body. Kasi when you do, kapag yung kamay niyo po, when you're pressing, it's already your arms flexing. Then when you do the mountain climber, it's already your course doing it and your legs kicking. Pagtapos po ng full body, you rest 30 minutes. Then kaya po circuit training is again, you finish one circuit at a time. Kasi po again, so mo, mabilis to. Yung sa gym, pag sabihin natin biceps to, you do 3 sets. 3 sets of 15. The next step, wala na. Pagod ka na dyan, di mo nakakayanin na. So, ang paganda po sa circuit training is there is a sense of achievement. After this, full body, you do it again. Sabi mo, kaya mo pala siya. You do it again. You do it again. Yes. Kaya kanina pinakita ko lang po yan. It's a high endurance, high cardiovascular activity. And again, maganda po kasi dyan, endurance. This, yung tinuturo ko ngayon, is a good for 3 to 5 kilometer workout already.
So last 30 minutes in between?
Ano 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
Ako natapos po yung full body. So full body po, 30 minutes, 30 seconds lang din po. Then you run again. You run warm up again. 30 minutes, tulog ka na. Run again. Kailangan maganda po yun again.
Sabi ko magagawa yung 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Gawin niyo po yan for 3 sets.
Pag lumabas ka na kayo, huwag ka na magsasakyan.
Yeah.
Hindi ka makawalan mo yung aso ng kapitbahay. Run as fast as you can.
Ayan. Kumbaga again, run 2 to 3 minutes as fast as you can. Kasi pag when you jog, marami po, we also teach po sa basic running, when you jog muna, ang nangyayari po dyan is na-wear and tear kagad yung heels mo. For example, nag-jog ka lang, tapos you can do 30 minutes, 45 minutes, parang sabi mo, kaya ko pala. Kasi hindi ka masyado pinagpapawisan, pero after that, your body aches, your heel, agad yan. Nasisira yung heel and ano. Kasi, again, your weight, you're carrying your weight for 45 minutes at a very slow pace. So, best po talaga, you run as fast as you can. Not desire naman yung sprint level talaga. Pero kung kaya mong kargahin yung katawan mo, then do this circuit. Again, this circuit is a good training for 3 to 5 kilometer workout. Kumbaga, if you plan to join a marathon, this is the best. Maganda po yan. Again,
Yung design yan, I think sa mga young.
Kasi tama po si Sir. Kasi again, ang pinaganda po sa circuit training is when you finish the whole circuit at let's say 45 minutes. 45 minutes, the whole 3 sets po yan. Ang kalaban niya na po dyan is time. You perfect that for, let's say, nagawa niyo po yan for one whole week, that 45 minutes. At your third week, second or third week, you do it, your goal would be 30 minutes.
Time.
Kalaban naman po ngayon ng
Oo,
oras.
yung pahinga mo kasi.
Yung oras na yung kalaban. And of course, how fast you do the certain exercises. Again, sinasabi naman po namin, do this as fast as you can. If your fast is like, ano pa rin, it's tagal pa rin, okay lang yun. But again, you're exerting your full effort for that. And kapag naayos yun ng 45 minutes for the first set, second, third week, you do 30 minutes, then this 30 minutes is already good. If ano ka na, todo ka na, level up ka na, you do it for 15 minutes.
Training yan ang ano eh. Pwede rin one set.
Yes sir, you can try naman po. But again, ang kailangan mo tingnan is your time. When you finish the first set. Kasi nung ikalaan niya,
So, like, in 1 week, mga ilang pounds mo wala sa
ano po yan, ang computation po for circuit training, a 15-minute circuit training po is equivalent to 2 hours po na nasa gym.
Buti na lang wala siya ng
Calories that you're burning. If you have a perfect circuit training na 15 minutes, the calories burned 2 hours ka po
So, sa
na.
mga tinrain mo, mga ilan ang nag-use na account after doing that? Encourage me.
Okay, I'm training right now, I'm training a couple, they want to run a 5 kilometer. Kumbaga, they want to enter a 5 kilometer run. Ang circuit training na ginawa po namin sa kanya is for them not to get injured. Kasi circuit training is more endurance of the muscles. So it's not necessarily how yung weight loss na ginawa nyo is for your cores and your muscles to be fit. And yung weight loss would be the second objective na yun. It's first again being healthy and being strong. Alright, so yun. Ito po yung ginagawa po namin for circuit training. And for our talk for today is all about creating a culture of winning. Again, nung sabi po ni Sir Ian kanina ay since 6 years po I spent with sales, Lamoan Corporation, Happy Toothpaste, Smile Mo Kita Ko,
Paano yung ano ulit?
Smile Mo Kita Ko. So, tapos 3 years po ako sa Globe Telecom, nagbenta po ako ng load, nagbebenta ng auto load. Kaya I'm handling the distributors sa North GMA. Then I finally found my passion talaga kasi nung sabi rin po, I used to play sa UST, played for our college team po doon. Then, nandun po talaga sa basketball. Ito lang po, short ko, ito lang po about nung nagturo po ako sa basketball sa Benedict International School. Yung school na po yun, they're really known for a very good basketball team because they have budget. Kumbaga kumukuha talaga sila ng mga players from provinces. And they're feeding the collegiate teams yung school na yon. Tapos 3 years ago, kasi ang may-ari ko na si Juan Big Bondok. Yan po yung mga Bondok, yung kanila yan. Kasi yung Benedict International, yan sa mga Bondok may-ari. Then yung brother nila, ang nag-manage nun. So lalaki nag-manage. Nung pinalitan siya ng babae nag-manage ngayon, tinanggal na ngayon yung sports program for basketball. For 8 straight years, talagang hindi natatalo yung Benedict International School na yun. Tapos 3 years ago, since wala na silang budget, nawalan na sila ng mga hatak or hugot. Now, every week nagbabago ang coaches nila. Bago kasi, siyempre, for example, for a basketball coach, from the best team to the worst team. Siyempre, kaibigan din naman namin yung may-ari. And I want really to become a basketball coach. Sabi ko, sige, I'll take that challenge. Pagpunta ko doon, yun nga po. From the best to worst team. Nung pumasok po ako noon, if you know, there's a league po, Paya Games. Xavier, Ateneo, Claret are there, and Benedictine. Nananalo po sila noon dati. And nung pumasok po ako, last game nila, Xavier won by 120 points margin. Against our team. Ganun po sabi ko, wow!
College versus elementary.
Pagpasok ko, sabi ko,
Pero pag ganun level, ano school games yun?
point lagis talaga. Sabi ko nga, papasok ko lang ako sa coaching na gusto ko. laos na kagad ako. Sabi ko, bago pa lang eh, malalaos kagad ako nito. But yet, I learned to love the team. And the culture of winning nung ako'y naglalaro pa, sabi ko, I will share this and I will transfer my skills and knowledge to these people, to these students. Kasi again, weekly, masakit sa mga bata yung weekly nagbabago yung coaches nila. They don't know kung ano gagawin nila. Weekly, totoo po yan. So sabi ko, game, lalaro ko. And for the first year namin, we were very competitive. Nung kalaban namin the next game kasi against Xavier won by 120. The next game we were against Ateneo, grade school. Ay, high school, high school. Sabi sa tingin namin, laro namin pag grade school lang. So lahat ng tactics na kung ano ginawa nung naglalaro ako sa basketball, tinuro ko sa mga bata yon. When we just lost by 25 points, sabi ko, ang laking nun. Laki.
Oo, ano sa what rate?
Yes. Ito po yun, sabi ko nga po.
Ayun, nagsushoot na kayo. Nag-rebound asset.
Lahat ng tactics ko po nung naglalaro po ng basketball, tinuro ko po sa kanila. Nung may magaling sa Ateneo, ito po, may tip lang po. Actually, tinuturo naman po ng mga coaches talaga to. When we have a opponent or competitor na sobrang galing, when he drives the ball, 2 po, 3 pong fumafoul.
Pilayin ka agad.
Hindi naman po. Kasi bakit po foul? Bakit 3 po pinafoul? 3 po kami pumafoul agad. Kasi again, a referee can only call only one person to foul. So ganun ang ginagawa namin. But it's very legit. It's very legit. Nang ginagawa natin ng team na yun, pinupungay nila yung mga talagang magagaling natin, humahabol kami. So ganun lang po yung tips. There are very, very, kumbaga, good and bad tips about coaching, but again, what we want is really to have a culture of winning. So, before we start our game, galaro po tayo ng isang simple game. I want you to count off from 1 and 2 lang po. We'll divide this group into 2 groups. Sam, sir.
1, 2, 5.
2. 1.
2, 1.
1. Okay. So, on number 1, can you move here to the side? And Lando, number 2. Okay, number 1 po, number 1. Number 2 dito po. Okay.
Number one!
Yan, mga boys versus girls? Boys versus girls po to. Okay, game. So, ang lalaruin po natin, ang tinatawag po nating laruan na tallest tower. The tallest tower po. Tallest tower. Kung ano lang po yung nakikita natin dito sa lugar na to or sa table na to, yun ang pwede natin gamitin.
Teka lang, walang gamit. Galawan ng baga.
Okay. So, again, ang gagamitin na lang po yung mga gamit nyo po before tallest tower. And again, kung pwede nyo pong gamitin yung mga nandito po sa table. Bibigyan lang po kami ng personal belongings. Yes, personal belongings. Pagbibigyan lang po ka ng 1 minute for you to do this. And after that, kailangan po yung tower nyo po would stand for at least 5 seconds. And we'll see. Okay? And before that, I want you to point your fingers up. As po mga inyong daliri. And count of 3, I want you to point your finger to the person na tingin nyo magiging best coach nyo. Ready, get set, go! Okay, sino na ikaw ang tinuro nyo ang sarili nyo. Very good. Dahil doon, sige, let's start. Game, laro po tayo again. Tourists are using only the items found in their tables and easily accessible or personal belongings. Each team has to come up with the tallest tower on top of their respective tables. Then after 1 minute, the tallest tower should stand sturdily for at least 5 seconds to be awarded as the winning group. Ready na po kayo? If you're ready, yes po, ready, get set, go! 1 minute po, relax lang. Picture. Paano?
Personal.
Tama yan.
Kailangan natin silang bag mo lang. Muna, sir. Buksan mo yung bag mo. Check mo yung bote niya. Ayun ba magkakapit ko? Ayun yung ilan.
Hey, habang niya. Perry yan. Katy Perry. Yeah, 30 seconds.
Ano yung panalo na tayo? Panalo na tayo.
30 seconds. Kaya mo yan. Kaya mo yan.
Panalo na yung panalo na yan.
Seven yun. Basta yun eh. Okay, meron ba? 20 seconds.
Harapan pa ba kayo? Ito, para ba kayo?
Meron ba yung Ayan no, amazing! Okay, 10 seconds! 10,
Relax na kayo, relax na kayo. Panalo na tayo.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Hindi na lang kayo panalo.
4, okay. Grabe na kami. So, siyempre, judge, paano judges, sino na tingin na? Group 1 ba? Group number 8?
Ingenuity ha.
Okay.
Kasi hindi naman personal yun eh.
Okay, sige. Bigay po plan. Makikita pa lang natin panalo ng... Sige po, upo tayo. Upo tayo.
Yes. Buti na lang haba. Ano bang pa yung kiss kay Ruben?
5 seconds lang din daw. Okay na daw, 5 seconds.
Tama ba yan ha?
Sige po.
Ma'am?
Okay, sige lang. Ano lang sana, no? Tama. Okay, so sa group po, group number 1. Sa group number 1, sa mga members or sa coach po natin, nasa po yung coach sa group number 1. Ma'am, sa tingin niyo po, ano po yung learnings or discoveries niyo po sa game na yan?
Cooperation.
Cooperation. Sige po, cooperation. Very good.
Contributions.
Sino po yung nag-contribute ng ano, na...
Ang lagi si Sir Dave.
Si Sir Dave. Okay, very good.
Matis nga sapatos lang hinabad ko ngayon eh. Dati pantalon eh.
May ganon. Sir, sa inyo pa ba? Any discoveries sa group number 1, discoveries or learnings po sa game na yan? Sa Torres Tower? Discoveries, learnings, or pwede natin magamit po yung instance po na yan. Again, we were just given 1 minute to strategize.
Sobrang bilis daw, slow learner si Sir Ian.
For group number 2, any learnings po group number 2?
Creativity.
Creativity, very good. Alright. Creativity. Nakita ko nga eh. Nakita ko yung creativity nyo. You're using talaga yung mga materials. Ano pa po? Sa trabaho ma'am, paano po natin nagagamit yung creativity? Sa tingin nyo ma'am, sa trabaho, how can you use creativity?
Sir, sa work ko, hindi naman palagi kasi may budget.
Okay.
So, kailangan yung maximize whatever is available. So, kung ito lang yung budget na allowed, maghanap ka ng activity or program for the doctor na may mas malaking impact in spite of the fact na maliit ang budget.
Wow, very good, very good. Sige po. Any more po? Any more? Meron po kanina nung actually napakaganda ng ginagawa ng napaka-creative ng ginagawa niyo using folders, inaayos po natin. But there's an instance na sa tingin natin, nung ginawa natin yun, mas mataas na tayo sa group number 1. But may biglang nahulog. Ano po naramdaman nyo anong naramdaman nyo nung that instance po na? Kasi tingin nyo, kaya nyo na manalo. Kasi na-feel po ng group number 1, naku, mukhang nahabol sila.
May didikit na namin sa
Oo, tama eh.
issues.
What happened nung biglang, ano na-feel nyo po? Nung biglang nahulog?
Okay lang.
Kami natuwa.
Ano po ang group number 1?
Okay lang, naghahanap kami ng ways para may magawa pa kami matest.
Pero kulang lang dun sa ginawa na.
Sino na ulang?
Ano po yung tingin nyo ang kulang? May...
Kasi pwede siya eh.
Yes, possible.
Hindi lang siya tumatayo, hindi lang siya sturdy. So may kulang lang. It was not really a feeling of failure, but may kulang lang sa ginawa namin.
Dapat ididikit nga sana namin.
Galing,
Ano
galing.
na kami didikit para sa akin yung siya.
Pwede.
Bakit na sana sila They are spelling defeat already.
Sabi ng group number 1, panalo na yan, manalo na to. Pero makita nila yung folder, biglang nung pag-indicate, mas mataas sa kanila, they thought of like ano pa pwede natin i-review dito? Nakita ko sir, naglagay pa ng pencil eh. So,
Nung
Sir.
malapit na,
Mm.
hindi na namin kaya yung ref.
red talaga, no? Pwede, tama po yan.
Sabi.
So, meron po isang tao na gusto ko ipakita sa inyo kung bakit sa tingin natin na siya talaga yung nag-exemplify yung person na he will create more and more things possible para ma-reach siya po yung goals niya. Okay, I'm gonna show you a video. Ito po, alam po, kilala po natin tong taong to. Ito po yung sikat na sikat.
Ani pa.
Si Ali ang nagsalita.
Borda.
Hindi naman siya.
Maybe I let you believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line, not in the gym.
Kayo ah.
Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner.
Sige ma'am, check po natin yung...
Si Jaworski.
Ay,
The
yan.
game was built on flash, and not fire.
Si Boris kilala na si Ali.
Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain
Kaya yun.
motivation.
So, lagyan natin siya na...
I let you believe that basketball
Ito naman, yung pininahabot.
Ulitin po natin ang tao niya.
every single
You know, si Lebron.
Ah, so siya pala yan.
Sino siya?
Si Lebron.
Hindi, si Jaworski yan.
Si Jaworski.
maybe it's my fault.
Ulitin natin.
Tapos
Salamat sa CDR King.
Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym. Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner. That my game was built on flash and not fire. Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain was my motivation. Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for every single day of my life. Maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
Okay. Sabi po ni Michael Jordan sa tulad po lang. Si Michael Jordan po yun, yung taong yun.
Alam ko si Lebron James.
Sabi po ni Michael Jordan, maybe I destroyed the game.
23.
Or we're just making excuses. Kasi again, sabi nga nung hindi naman po siya ginawa ng Diyos para manalo agad ng 6 championships, para maging MVPs, or to become the best player ever played the game of basketball. Every single day ng buhay niya, pinaghirapan niya. And even Michael Jordan, sabi niya sa isang talk niya na if you're standing in front of a wall, you don't just look at the wall and go back. What you need to do is you need to climb that wall or find a way that you can move around it so that you can reach your goal. So sabi nga po ni Michael Jordan na tama na po yung excuses natin sa sarili natin. And we need to find our solutions. So again, ang po natin, it begins with me. Some coaches or some basketball or even other sports would say, there is no I in the word team. Sinasabi po nila yun. There is no I in the word team. Yet, I believe that there's really an I in the word team. Because it really begins with you. It really begins with the person, with that person. Kasi again, ako po, naniniwala po ako na nung hinawakan ko ngayon po yung basketball team na from the best to worst, what I did was, I molded each player to the best person or the best player that he can be. I train a single person, wala kang gagawin kundi 3-point shots lang. Wala kang gagawin kundi magdala lang ng bola. Wala kang gagawin kundi mag-rebound ka lang ng bola. Rebound, defend. Wala akong ginagawa kundi mag-foul ka lang, mag-defend ka lang. So I look at each person and I develop each person first. Then when you have that individuality already, that's the time that we create a good team out of it. Sabi pa nga po nila kasi, for example po, ang strengths, ito po yung sinasabi natin strengths. For example, a basketball player, 90% na ang kanyang 3-point shooting percentage. O gano'n sa kagaling mag 3 points. Pero yung driving skills niya, or pag-drive niya, or basket, dunk niya, ay nasa 30% lang. Sinasabi nila, na you need to improve this one. You need to improve this one. Make it at par at your best right now. So sinasabi po namin sa basketball is that ito po kasi ang benchmark natin is again 100%. From 90 to 100%, you need to achieve only 10% more to become perfect. Here, from 30 to 90, you need to make a lot of effort of 60%. So sinasabi po namin sa team, if you're good at that, be the best person right now. If you're the best 3-point shooter right now, be the best 3-point shooter. So, nagkaroon po ng nag-diversify yung team namin. And yung Benedict International School po, kalahati po doon Pilipino, kalahati doon Koreans. And we know Koreans. Koreans, they're very good at shooting. Kilala po ang mga South Koreans from their,
Kaya
shooting
pala
prowess.
may sila sa step na ganun.
Totoo po yan. So yung mga Koreans ko po, sila po, tinawag ko po naman talagang mga trigger man. Corners, talaga nandun po sila. Because again, I found or I developed in their individuality first before I formed a good team. So it really begins with me. Sabi nga ni Michael Jordan, if we don't know Michael Jordan, excellence mentality yan eh. Michael Jordan started, he tried out in his high school team, hindi siya nasama. Hindi siya napasok kasi he was cut sa basketball team. And he was Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan right now, diba sabi nga natin, itong taong to kung bakit ginamit itong picture na to, this is Michael Jordan. Naglalaro pa lang siya, he's still playing the game of basketball, he's still playing, meron na siyang statue sa labas ng court nila.
So, living legend din siya.
More than a living legend para sa, for them. Kasi talagang, naglalaro ka pa may statue ka na. Patay na, di ba? Tama po, usually patay na. Or they want to make a tribute. Di ba? Ba't may Hall of Fame? So, gano'n. Excellence mentality lang. Impact. What is impact? What is your impact? What is your impact? Kayo po ba may impact na kapag pumasok po kayo ng opisina nyo, yung mga tao nagte-text bigla, dyan na siya. Siya, marami akong busy akong tao. Baka usapin ako niyan, wala akong sasabihin. Or if you have that impact na pagdating sa opisina nyo na papasukin ka, sir, kumain ka na, ma'am, kumain na po kayo. Ano gusto nyo? May kape. If you have that impact, Michael Jordan has that impact. Kapag pumapasok siya sa basketball court, yung opponents na, they know already. Talo na kami. Tama po yun. There's an event nung first time po nagkaroon ng basketball dream team. Basketball dream team, kalaban po nila Spain. USA versus Spain. Yung taong bumabantay kay Michael Jordan, sinenyasan niya yung teammate niya sa bench. Picture. Sinenyasan niya yung teammate niya. Pinabantayan niya si Michael Jordan.
Facebook yan.
Kasi again, once in their lifetime na, or baka hindi na mangyari. And that is the impact of Michael Jordan. May isang game again, kalaban din nun. Gumaray si Michael Jordan, there two versus 1. Two yung opponents niya, kalaban niya. So usually kapag 2-on-1, kailangan lalo mo pang bantayan kasi lamado kayo dalawa kayo Ginawa nila, tumabi sila, tinignan nila si Jordan dumakdak. It really happened. 1992 na Dream Team game. First ever Dream Team. And that is the impact created with that person. Kumbaga, nakita po niya kagad na kahit na bench ka, if you know the history of the teammates of Michael Jordan, siya lang talaga yung superstar nun But he created semi-stars, eventually naging superstars din. Because of that impact, he has that good impact. Empowered mindset. Empowered mindset. I want you to close your eyes like right now. Close na po yung mga mata natin. Close natin yung mga mata natin. Then, I want you to envision or imagine a calamansi in front of you. May isang matabang kalamansi na sa harap nyo. Mataba pang kalamansi na yung kalamansi rin biglang hiniwa sa gitna. Pagkahiwa sa gitna, talagang tumalimsik pa yung juice niya. Tapos may isang kaibigan kayo nagdala ng isang pagbuong at may kasama of course manggang hilaw. At hiniwa-hiwa yung manggang hilaw na yan. Gamilaw. At may isang kaibigan nila na dumating at pinatikim sa inyo ang inyong kalamansing nasa harap.
Yan.
Pinatikim. Okay, so I want you to open your eyes. Ano po nangyari dun sa experience? Asim! Sino, sir? Naglaway? Naglaway si sir. Ano pa po nangyari, ma'am? Si sir, pinicturean po kami para itatag po kayo sa Facebook.
Habang nakapiket.
Habang nakapiket. Pero ma'am, ano na-experience mo habang pinagawa yung gano'n?
Gusto ko na kumain ng manggang hilaw.
Gusto mo na kumain ng manggang hilaw?
Pabili.
Gusto ko naman toothbrush dahil sa bagoong.
Yun! Iba sa bagoong! Again! Ang tanong po doon, meron po bang kalamansi sa harap natin? May bagoong po ba? May manggang hilaw. Pero again, nag-manifest sa ating katawan. Inisip pa lang po natin, nag-manifest na kagad sa ating katawan. Kaya do training like this, na ginawa po ng may kalamansi. Nagtaas kagad sa kalamansi. Sir, bakit? Sir, bakit? Allergic ako sa kalamansi. Sabi ko, what? Wala na kalamansi, allergic ka. Because again of the empowered mindset that meron siya, mindset lang po yung sinasabi natin. The mind conceives, really, the body can achieve. Kapag sinabi po natin na hindi natin kaya, tama po yun. You're right, hindi po kaya. Pero again, pag sinabi nyo kaya nyo. Again, sabi nga ng Pharmaton sa commercial nila, di ba? When the mind conceives, the body can achieve. Empowered mindset lang yan. Again, having that individuality, knowing yourself, and again, kumbaga, foundation na muna sa sarili. And of course, if you have that mindset already that you can do it, you need to play to win. You need to play to win. I want you to look at your katabi niyo po. Tingnan niyo po yung mga katabi niyo po. Maganda? Ibig sabihin, nakaupo sila. Tama nga po tao yung mga katabi. Mga tao.
Mahirap pag mutant yan.
Lalo pag mahayop. Kasi again, sinabi nila, ang pusa daw, they have, sabi na natin, 9 lives. Ibig sabihin, meron pa siyang 8 or 9 na times, so pwede siyang maglaro lang. Petix. Pero yung mga katabi niya po, tao po yan. Nag-iisa lang po yan. Isa lang po ang buhay ng tao. So what we need to do is we need to play to win. We need to play to win. Sabi yung Kobe Bryant, if you're excellent every day, you're excellent the whole year. Napakadaling analogy nga naman. And sabi yung
Challenge.
diba? If you're excellent every day, you're excellent the whole year. Ang sabi nga kanya, Kobe, what are you doing? Sabi ni Kobe Bryant, what I'm doing now is I'm chasing perfection. Grabe.
Kobe, next si Jordan.
Sabi po kasi again, sa mga basket, sino po ba naglaro ng sports dito? Any sport? Sir, ano pang sport nila? Pickaxe. Ano ba sport? Sige po. Nahiya. So ano po?
Lahat halos din.
Lahat. Like, specific, like,
Basketball. Volleyball, tennis, swimming.
Bowling.
Wow.
Ano ka?
Okay, sir, question lang po, dun sa habang naglalaro kayo ng basketball, of course, meron kayong mga practice games na practice, di ba? So sa practice po ba, ano lang po kayo, nagpapapawis lang ba? Nagpapapawis-pawis ka lang po ba? Pag ano?
Hindi sir, may training talaga.
Training talaga. Na kung ano yung sa training, sa tingin mo, dapat ganun din kayo sa game. Tama po ba? Okay, very good. Sir, kayo po, nag-raise po kayo kamay. Anong sport po nilalaro din natin? Tennis. Pag naglalaro kayo sa tennis, sir, yung mga balls lang po or you have scrimmages as well, di ba sir? Yung kalaban ka agad. Pag practice po ba, practice lang? Yes. Okay. Pero again, you exert more effort. Kasi sabi nga nila, kung ano ka sa laro, yun din ito sa totoong buhay. So if you're in the actual game, if you're papetix lang, ay, okay lang yan, you should shoot yan, then ganun itong mangyayari sa totoong game na. I want you to raise your right hand. Tap the person at your right. Sabihin ko, wag kang petix! Okay, very good.
Ayaw yung retaliation naman.
Okay, so...
Gusto ko nga yung petix lang siya eh. Parang pressure.
Actually, ma'am, later we'll talk about stress and pressure. Ano po ba yung pagkakaiba nun? So, when it comes...
Kami naman we thrive in stress.
Wow. Okay, very good. So, again, if You have that already. Magkaroon na po kayo ng foundation for being the person that you are. You're the best person that you are. You have that excellence mentality. And you believe. And you believe you had a good impact already. And you have empowered mindset na kaya mong achieve yung kung ano man yung goals nyo. And you have that attitude of playing to win. Walang petics lang. Kailangan araw-araw you're excellent. Because again, you're excellent every day. Excellent ka sa buong taon. And that's the time that we create a team. Create a team. These are the original dream team. These are the ano? Yeah. Yung composition po niya napaka ibang klase po yan. Kung makikita niyo, may isang player dyan na nung time na yun, pinakamagaling din siya nung time na yun eh. Ang pangalan po niya is Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas. Kaso, tingnan natin, wala po siya dyan. Mamaya we'll talk about bakit.
I know why.
Because may conflict sila ni Jordan. Very good. There's a conflict between him and Michael Jordan. Isaiah Thomas. Mamaya pag-usapan natin yan yung mga ganyang bagay. If you want to have a good team already. And this, of course, we know this already. Ang mga gwapong mga Azcats.
May conflict kay Joe Ramos.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin po ng team, bakit po team? Ang first po natin, ang letter is T, togetherness. Okay. Togetherness, we need to master the art of communication and of course, learn from our role models. Okay, from this first picture, kilala po ba natin yung taong yan? Dennis Rodman, and of course, Michael Jordan. Dennis Rodman is considered as the basketball player na uncoachable. Dennis the Menace, uncoachable siya. But then again, Jordan and Phil Jackson, their coach, was able to turn him from a negative marketing or negative player to become the best player, best rebounder. Nung time, yes, tama po sir, naging defensive player of the year pa siya. And to think, si Dennis Rodman is only 6'7" ang height niya. 6'7" pong height niya. But ang average rebound niya po sa career niya is 18 rebounds per game. Grabe po yung impact na ginagawa niya. 6'7" ang height.
Rebounder.
Sobrang galing niya. So, kasi again, yung centers po nung time niya, sila kasi yung mga sa field, yung 7-footer po yan. Look lonely ang kanilang center. Then again, of course, you need to master the art of communication. And Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan, the best communicators sa laro ng basketball noong time niya. Ano po ba yung communication? I believe po kasi communication is 100% our own responsibility. Kung iisipin po natin ang communication is receiver lang po and the speaker, 50-50 lang. Yet, again, I believe that communication is 100% your responsibility. For example, may date, yung couple, may date. Si lalaki, nagsabi, oy, kita tayo 7 p.m. sa Starbucks. 7 p.m. Starbucks. Ngayon, yung babae, siyempre, ma-receive niya. Okay. Then, 7:30, hindi na sila, hindi pa sila nakikita sa inyo. Tapos, 7 o'clock ha, 7 o'clock yung meeting pa natin ha. Pero 7:30 wala na. 8 o'clock, wala pa rin. Hanggang, hindi na tuloy yung date nila. Sa tingin mo, sino po may problema or sino may kasalanan ko bakit hindi sila ang babae? Yung babae? Parehas. Yung lalaki? Yung Starbucks?
Sarado.
Parehas. Kasi again, maraming Starbucks. Very good. Maraming Starbucks. At yung lalaki, hindi na pwede sabihin na, bakit hindi ka nagpunta dito? But again, right now, our technology, you can always call. You can always confirm.
Babae natin. Ibang babae tayo na text.
Kung baga send to all pala, kung sino unang mag-reply, yun ang kadate niya. Tama po yun. Okay, so again, it is our responsibility. Sabi nga po, nung ako po yung nung sa Benedictine po International School, I was also given the privilege or that na magturo po. Nagturo po ako, actually tuturo po ako ng entrepreneurship and economics for the school. Sinabi ko po, right from the start po ng school year, sabi ko sa kanila, if somebody here babagsak sa klase na to, it is not because it's your fault or the student's fault. It is really my fault. Sinabi ko sa kanila, kung may babagsak sa inyo, hindi dahil kasalanan niyo yan, kasalanan niyo po yan. Kasi again, it is my responsibility to inspire them to read, inspire them to learn, inspire them to study. And again, communication is your 100% responsibility. Of course, learn from good role models. Kagaya po ng picture nito, this is Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Hindi po tayo pwedeng matuto sa isang taong mali. Again, if that would happen, your individual foundations, masasira po yan. Okay? That is our first T, togetherness. Second letter is E. Esteem. Build self-esteem and set demanding goals. Okay, marami tayong taasan, demanding goals. Demanding goals. Okay. First, of course, if you have that excellence mentality already, if you have the play-to-win attitude already, you have that self-confidence. You have the self-confidence that you can do it, no matter what happens, you can do it. Again, sabi ni Michael Jordan, if you're facing a wall, you need to look up a solution to climb or go around with that wall. So build self-esteem, you have that confidence already, and set demanding goals. Ito pong picture na to, if familiar po tayo sa taong to, this is Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong, Live Strong. And he's not only, yung sila na cyclist, he's also a triathlete. Triathlete po siya. And he's finished Boston Marathon. Ito po yung Boston Marathon, ito po yung pinakasikat na marathon event po sa buong mundo. Pag sinabing Boston Marathon. And he finished that. Michael Jordan, of course, ang goal niya, bakit po siya sa tingin niyo nag-retire at 6? Meron po siyang meron siyang goal. Kaya nung last championship na gumaganon po siya. Because his goal is to win one championship more than Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson won 5 championships. When na-receive niya yung 6th championship niya, sabi niya, he's done. Okay.
Highest na.
Highest.
Kapalibig.
Well, hindi po. It's highest. Kung ano niyo po, kung kailan niya po, si Robert Horry. Robert Horry. Hindi siya superstar, pero napakarami ng championship.
Lahat ng
Oh yes,
Spurs, Lakers.
Tama po. Siya po yung ng pinakamaraming championships na hindi ko magiging Hall of Famer. Yun ang sinasabi ko sa kanya, si Robert Horry. But again, of course, Michael Jordan. Yan ang pinakamaraming. Alright? Set demanding goals. Don't set the bar too low. Ito naman yung sinasabi natin. Of course, meron tayong mga quotas. Diba? Sinabi natin quotas, quotas na naman. Babahan nyo lang para next month, okay lang. Okay naman ginagawa, tinataasan nyo na yun. For next month, mababa yung target. Yung next month yung tina-target. Naman po yung nagtatrabaho po sa sales, ganun po yung ginagawa ng iba. Na ang ginagawa nila, nilalaro nila yung trending na kailang sales performance. Papababa sila ngayong month, para next month, siyempre, bababa yung target. Pero kaya naman pala. The next month, para makakuha ng mataas, tatargetin nilang todo. Again, don't set the bar for yourself too low. Okay? Kailangan what you can do, what you can achieve. Kasi, okay. Ano po yung bakit? Bakit po? I want you to tell me what number is this. 10. Sa tingin niyo po, ano po yung rate? It's an activity po. I want you to rate yourself from 1 to 10 po. 10 being the highest. Sige po. 10 being the highest as a person, I want you to rate yourself. 9 ka, 10 ka. Alright, so sir, so tingin niyo. Show of hands na po tayo lahat. Sino po sa inyo dito ang mag-rate po sa sarili niyang 10? Taas po kamay. Okay, very good. 9. Sino po mga 9? 8. 8. Alright. 7. Tama po. 7. Sino po 7? Okay, 6. 5. I hope wala naman pong below 5. Alright.
May yabang ka.
May yabang. Okay. O may pagyayabang.
Ayun.
Okay. Ang pinakamababa po nating rate po dapat sa sarili natin is 10. 10 lang po. Okay. Bakit po?
Ulit.
Wala, no?
Wala na ulit. Okay, bakit po? Bakit sa tingin niyo po, 10 ang pinaka mababang rate po na pwede natin ibigay? For example, wala, hindi ko na ng props. Okay, if for example, this is 100 peso bill. This is a 100 peso bill. Let's say this is a 100 peso bill. Ano pong value ng 100 peso bill na hawak ko? 100. If I crumple the 100 peso bill, ano pong value po ng 100 pa rin. 100 pa rin. If I throw the 100 peso bill sa baba, ano pong value po niya? 100. If I step on it, or I spit on it, or kinidratan, umalan,
Naman yung speed.
mamagawa spit. Again, the value is still 100. Tama po yun. In that analogy, for that 100 peso bill, remains the same no matter what happens to that peso bill na yun. Value na is 100. How much more tayo kung tao? No matter what happens sa atin, kailangan ang scoring pa rin natin, ang rate natin sa sarili natin is always a 10. Because again, lower that 10. If you're working, if you feel yourself as a 10, if you're working below that 10, respeto mo sa sarili yun. Will you work less than 10? Will you pass a job less than 10? Will you work in that? Of course not. Because yung respeto mo sa sarili is a 10. Of course, meron naman po na sasabi na kailangan, if you rate yourself as a 10 and respect yourself as a 10, what you need to do is respect other people as a 10 as well. Meron pong papasok, bago pumasok ka sa opisina, shit, ka lang. Ikaw ka lang.
Ay, may ganyan.
May ganyan.
It happens.
Babae naman ang nire.
It happens. It happens.
Aminin.
Ang tanong lang po, if you rated yourself already as a 10, will you be affected by that? Hindi po. Because again, you are a 10. It's not what happens to you, but what happens within you. So that is building your self-confidence, building that self-esteem. That no matter what happens, I am a 10. And no matter what happens this month or next month or last month, I will give a job that is rate 10 for because again, you are a person. Next po natin would be, of course, A. Yeah. One. I want you to raise your right hand. Taas na po natin ating kanang kamay. Tatingin niyo po yung katabi, sabihin mo, Jis Kabay!
Jis ka ba?
Jis kami! Jis kayo! Jis kami! Yeah! Yan, okay. So, for A, attitude. Attitude. Always be positive. Diba, sabi nga sa isang commercial, be positive, walang aayaw. Kay Robin Padilla po yata sa commercial yun. Be positive, block out the negativity. First thing you need to do is need to block out negativity. This is the picture of Lance Armstrong nung siya po itinitreat ng isang cancer. Testicular cancer. Testicular cancer. I'm reading po yung book ni Lance Armstrong ngayon. Sobrang nakaka-inspire. When he was diagnosed of that cancer, of course, marami po siyang mga endorsers already. Nike, Oakley, Gatorade. Then, syempre, kailangan niya nang sabihin na he will stop from that competition sa pagpapay. So, meron po siyang isang press conference na hineld. Ang sinabi lang po niya, I have cancer and I will win over this. Tapos na ang tapos na ang conference. No, wala pong tanong, walang tanong sa mga reporters because ang ginawa po niya is positive attitude, he blocked out already negativity. Block out the negativity. Okay, I wanted to raise your left hand, tap the person to right. Sabihin, huwag kang megastar. Huwag kang megastar. Establish good habits, of course. If you have good habits, ang tanong po kasi dyan is, good habits is equal to good results. Diba po ba? If you have a behavior or belief that is wrong, of course, your results will be negative. Learn from adversity. Sabi nga na nung one famous phrase from Lance Armstrong is that pain is temporary. It could last a second, it could last a minute, it could last an hour, a day, a week, a year. but it's still temporary. But quitting lasts forever. So that is really the guiding principle of Lance Armstrong. From adversity. After the cancer, after he won over cancer, he won Tour de France. How many times? How many times? Six times? Seven times. Seven times Tour de France. Sobrang galing. And even nandun po siya, tinitreat po siya sa kanyang cancer, meron po siyang stationary bike and he bikes. He learned how to handle adversity and win it. Sama po yun, sir, yung kwento po dun sa, sa buhay ni Lance Armstrong, yung heart rate po niya, yung heartbeat rate niya po. Yung normal heartbeat rate niya is equal to the person na nagbabasketball po. Ganun kabilis yung ano niya. That's why how fast he burns the calories and how fast yung strength po niya. As again, yung normal heart rate niya is compared to a player or a person na nagbabasketball. So ganun po yung mix po ng pagkatao. Last po from our mental toughness. Thrive under pressure, be ferociously persistent, and survive success. Okay. Thrive under pressure. Meron po kami sa training under, kasi po nag-train po ako under junior NBA for coaching. One speaker po namin was Norman Black. Si Norman Black, sinabi niya, he was the one who differentiated stress and pressure sa akin. Sabi niya kasi, ang stress is a situation wherein it's uncontrollable. You don't have anything that you can do to support or to stop it. That's stress. Pressure, napapaghandaan po yan. Ito po yung example niya sa amin. There's a game, San Miguel versus Shell, Formula Shell. Olsen Rosella, kilala po natin sa Olsen Rosella, siya po yung isa sa pinakamagaling na point guard na naglaro sa PBA. Galing Rara Rosella. Galing niya talaga magdala ng bola and very good point guard. Nangyari was that lamang po ang Formula Shell ng 1 point. Lamang ang Formula Shell 1 point. And 9 seconds, drive po siya and he was fouled. Wala nang oras. He needs to take 2 free throws. 2 free throw shots. While he's taking the free throw shot, Olsen Rosella made both. Even if the people are booing, people are hating, sobrang ingay ng crowd, and again, it's a win or lose situation. But he was able to shoot that free throw shots. Why? Is he under stress or is he under pressure? Pressure. Why? Because it's every day that he practice free throw shooting. It's every day that he experience those kind of technique. Every day, ginagawa po nila yan. And if you thrive on pressure, if your good habits are good habits, excellent habits, no matter what happens, sanay ka doon, kaya mong lutasin yun, and you will win over that situation. So that is thriving on pressure. Ano po ba yung stress? Kami po kasi sa grupo, we don't want to use stress talaga eh. What really you want to use that word is stretched. Stretched. Kahit po, gusto ko pong gamitin tong analogy na po ito. Ano po ito? Isang parang rubber band. Rubber band po, di ba? Ang rubber band, kapag hindi siya stretched, meron po ba siyang meron po ba siyang what we call silbi. Tama. Meron po ba siyang silbi pag ganito po? Wala. But if it's stretched, lumalabas po ang kanyang silbi. It can hold more things because it's being stretched. Now, if tayo po, we will think like an attitude that if you're stressed or if you're feeling you're stretched, it's just pushing or pulling or stretching you to become the best person that you are, that you can be. Yun lang po yun. That analogy could really help. If it's stretching you, it means papunta ka sa iyong best position. Be ferociously persistent. Of course, Manny Pacquiao. This happened, third fight nila with Morales. Again, first fight nila, he lost. Diba? He lost. And if we know, alam naman po natin yung story ni Manny Pacquiao from Cargador to become one of the richest and most powerful person, athlete. He's even more than powerful than sa tinignan po sa Forbes, richest and powerful. Mas mataas pa siya kay kaya Tiger Woods. ang mas malataas na sa kanya is only Cristiano Ronaldo. And Mayweather and Cristiano Ronaldo. Mayweather because he's the richest. Ronaldo is the highest paid football player ngayon sa buong And Manny Pacquiao. Even talo pa niya si Kobe Bryant.
Kasi
LeBron. Because again, persistence. Ferociously persistent. Hindi lang basta persistent eh. Ferociously.
ferocious.
Next would be survive success. Of course, when we have that, if you have that already, you have a good mentality, play to win attitude, excellence mentality, and you have the right impact. You have the good people to work with, togetherness. You have the self-confidence and the attitude. Of course, when you reach the top, don't be cocky. Huwag naman po tayong 10 ako, 7 ka lang, 8 ka lang. Of course, you need to be humble. No matter what happens, no matter where you are, it's not again where you are, it's who you are as a person. So Michael Jordan is a person like that na no matter achievements na ginawa na wala siyang sinirang tao. Wala siyang miniliit na tao. Even if meron po siyang 6 championships, he invite people to become the best also in their fields. And for last, si Pat Riley told, sabi po niya, to have a great team, you have to have more mental preparation than physical preparation. Once you're mentally tough, you can become tough physically. Once you're tough mentally, you can overcome being tired. You can overcome fatigue. Simple lang po ng mentality ni Pat Riley talaga. Sobra. And because of that, he, as a coach, won multiple championships already. And maglalaro po tayo for our last activity. We'll be playing, ang game po na ito is 1 to 20. Alam naman po natin na kaya natin mag-count ng 1 to 20. Kaya po ba natin? Madali lang ba o mahirap? Madali natin. O sige, let's try. Si Sir, count muna to from 1 to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6,
7,
8,
10,
11, 12,
13, 14, 15.
16,
17, 18.
20! Okay, 20. So in less than 30 seconds, we were able to count from 1 to 20. Ngayon, ang goal natin is...
In Bisaya.
Okay. Ang goal natin is we need to count from 1 to 20 na wala pong pattern. Okay. Ibig sabihin, hindi tayo pwedeng sunod-sunod. Walang magkakasabay. Ako po lagi mag-start ng 1. And anybody from the group can say 2 hanggang ma-reach po natin ang 20.
Pero kung dapat wala magkasabay.
Yes, okay. Ako po ang magtitingin kung nakikita ko po may pattern. For example, pattern, si Sir 1, 2, 3, I'll go back at 1. Kapag may nagsabay po ng 2, babalik po tayo sa 1. Kapag may nakita akong pattern na nag-alternate lang po, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a pattern, babalik tayo sa 1. Okay? Let's try this. Again, we know that we are already good as an individual. Let's try this as a team. We need to count as a team from 1 to 20, reaching 1 to 20 without any patterns. And again, ang gagawin po natin is we need to bow our heads kasi hindi po pwede, ito ka, ikaw, okay? Again, wala po tayo. Let's try this.
So
Okay.
do we face lahat tayo same direction?
Hindi, pwede po tayo. Pwede tayo dito, okay? I want you to close your eyes or even just bow your heads. Bow your heads, wala po tayong Ready? Let's try. Try natin po ito.
Try.
Try natin. 1,
2,
3, 1,
2,
3, 4.
5,
1,
6,
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2,
3,
4.
1. That's a pattern po. Okay. Pero po kanina kung bakit po natin nakakat kasi pattern 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a pattern. So ready? Kaya natin to. Kanina nagawa natin tong 1 to 20 in less than 30 seconds. And as a team, alam ko po magaling po tayo as individual. What we need to do is pakiramdaman po tayo. We need to know our strengths, the strength of our other people in our team. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1.
3.
Walang tatay na.
Oo, walang bata yun. At again, kailangan chronological. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sige, ready. 1,
3, 4,
5, 1,
2,
3,
4.
1. Kaya natin yan, nasa 4 pa lang tayo.
3,
4. 5.
6.
7, 1,
2.
3,
1. O gusto mo, tayo tayo natin. Okay, dito boost. Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin yan. Okay.
I was supposed to close our eyes.
Yes, yes. It can help us.
Pinatapos natin.
Ready, tingnan natin ha. Okay, ready po tayo. 1,
2.
3,
4,
5.
6,
7,
8. 9. 10.
11.
12,
13,
14.
15.
16.
17,
18.
20.
galing! Nakika naman. Doon sa game na yun, any discoveries or learnings na nakita po natin from this team? Okay, ma'am.
Kailangan immediate response.
Responsive tayo. Immediate, no? Responsive. Response. Immediate po yan. Immediate. What else?
You have to be sensitive.
Good. Sensitive. What else?
Proper motivation.
Proper merienda. Tama po. Actually, kasi kung medyo 5 minutes pa, proper motivation, very good. Okay, timing. Timing, talagang sakto. Kailangan sakto. Kasi kung hindi, may nagsabay. Meron po dito, napansin po ako na talagang yung personalities nun, lumalabas po doon sa game na yun. There are people, again, we know everybody here are leaders. Pero po nag-exert na ako yung number 2 eh. Diba? 2 ako, 2. Okay. And there are also leaders that they step back. Even if I want to speak, I want to step back muna, give way. Diba? Kaya actually, naalala ko si Sir. Napansin ko. And there are also instances na nasa 5 na tayo. Ay!
Ay!
Ang galing na kasi, ang galing na when we